Utilizing the right tools and softwares are critical for a successful Amazon FBA business. Use the wrong ones and you will up your product launch. With thousands of options available, it's really hard to know where to spend your time and your money, especially in the early stages. In today's video, I'm going to show you the top 4 tools that every Amazon FBA seller should be using in 2024. Every single one of these tools I've recently used to launch a brand new product to a brand new Amazon store and have generated over $10,000 in sales in its first 40 days. Look, Amazon FBA is changing and it will continue to change over the coming months and years. If you are not using these tools, you're going to be left behind. The first tool we're going to be looking at is incredible, and it's something called Midjourney. It's an AI tool for creating imagery. I've been using this over the past few months and it's been a game changer for product concepts, but also Amazon imagery as well. I'm going to show you today how you can just get ideas with it, but there are so many applications to this. I'm going to be doing a ton more videos on this tool and how you can really leverage it in your Amazon business. So what I'm showing you right now is Midjourney works on the application Discord. Essentially, you're chatting with the AI and you're saying, hey, can you go and do this? And it will come back and say, yes, here it is. So for example, I've put in, I want a product concept. It's going to be yoga blocks, colorful, serene background with models. So it's quite an open prompt. And this is the 4 options it came back with. First of all, if I was doing yoga blocks, this is a great way for me to figure out what my brand can actually look like and how it can come across. If you look at some of this imagery, it's actually incredible. These yoga blocks here look really nice. This is something you can actually use for your Amazon imagery. But I really like the concept here on the top left hand side. So what I'm actually going to ask it to do is to create 4 more variations of that image. So what I can do is press upscale, like 1, 2, 3, or 4, and that will upscale that image. So rather than being in a block of 4, it's 1 image. But I'm going to ask for variations of that one. So that's going to take a couple of seconds. And what I did for the liberty of time is I asked it to create 4 entirely new ones, and these are the 4 that it came up with. Now they are a little bit different. So these people are doing yoga, but the blocks it hasn't really understood the use of the blocks. This has got the blocks that people aren't using them correctly. So potentially these are nice kind of images, but they're not really going to be helpful for me. At the same time, I'm going to go /imagine. So that's going to say, hey, can you imagine this? It's going to be product photography. So let's say I wanted some photography of a yoga block. If I wanted to see what my product photography could look like, I can use this. So I'm just going to hit enter and then see what comes out. The one that we've asked for it to recreate has done it again. The thing I like about this is some of the colors. So I'm going to upscale this first one right here so we can actually have a little look at it. And you can see here that some of the designs and the colors, I think they look really nice. So if we were to recreate this design into a yoga block, I think it would look quite cool. Although there's no yoga blocks actually here, it's given me an idea on the color palette that I could use and just the way that I could style this brand. And now we've got the product photography of a pink yoga block. Now what we can actually do is use this as stimulus to say, hey, graphic designer, hey, 3D renderer, can you create the yoga block that actually we sell and then put it into this scene with the right shadows, with the right sizing, so that we can make our Amazon imagery look incredible, like way better than anyone else's. If you think one day, hey, I've got an idea that I want to do some headphones. I'm now using Midjourney and AI creation of images and product ideas and product concepts as part of my product research and development system. Look how incredible these look. If I was selling products similar to this, I might think, do you know what? That's a really good idea to have it kind of glowing from underneath. It makes it stand out and make it look rich. Or we could say something like this: oven gloves with their own individual character. Make one happy, another sad. Okay, and let's see what happens. Let's say I wanted to do the oven glove company, right? And I wanted all of the oven gloves to have different characteristics. There was a happy one, a sad one, an angry one. I could see if I can make this using AI and then later on actually have it made. So as it's working, you can see 75% complete. I think this is really cool. So I like these ones particularly. I'm going to take this one up here. So I upscaled it just so I can look at it, but I want 4 different variations of that as well. So while it's making variations, I think these look really cool. Again, it hasn't quite got the eyes and everything quite correct, but that's fine. Right now, it just gives us a concept of, look, we can actually make another glove that has a face on it like that. We can go to a supplier and say, hey, here's an image of the kind of idea that we want. Can you make this? This is a really nice example of what you can do within just a few minutes of playing around with this. To get access to Midjourney, I believe it's around $20 per month. You can use Midjourney for free, but really limited. I would suggest paying $20 per month and getting the full access to it. The next tool I'm going to show you is called Product Opinion. This is a game changer. Previously, what I've had to do is to validate a product idea or validate a product hero image. I've had to send it to people that I know and say, hey, which product would you click on out of these options? You know, take a screenshot of the Amazon search page, implement one of the sellers with my image to see what people would click on if they didn't know that that was my product. And the problem is you soon run out of people to ask. There's polling software like PickFu, and you can choose between like option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4. But the problem is it doesn't emulate the Amazon search environment. This is what Product Opinion does, and it's very smart. There's two things they do. There's polls and videos. I'm going to show you both right now. So what I can do with the poll is if I want to do a new test, I can do a search simulation test, which essentially means they will emulate the Amazon search and they'll send their pollers to that page. So they say, hey, which one would you click on? Which product would you click on? And they would look at the page, which is populated with products that you decide go there. You can change the price, you can change the reviews, you can change everything so that you can emulate that page. It's really smart. So for example, if I just go through this test, we can do things like show star rating, the number of reviews, etc. I can choose which marketplace to pull data from. So I'm going to pull some data from amazon.co.uk, but we can do it from .com or whatever. If I just quickly go to amazon.co.uk and just, let's go with this, okay, detangling hairbrushes. So we're going to do it for detangling hairbrushes. As you can see, that's just pulled through all the data. Now, if I wanted to, I could actually add my own as well. So I'm going to manually add a product. I can browse from my photos. I can add in the headline. I can choose the star rating, choose the number of reviews, choose the selling price, even add on the climate friendly badge if I wanted to. Say, for example, you wanted to make this a little bit more fair. This one's got no reviews, so I might just give it some reviews. So we're going to give it 4.2 star. Let's say 4.3, and it's going to have 102 reviews. I just press save and that's changed that. For some reason that didn't pull through the price, so we'll put the price to, you know, like £13. So all of this can be changed really, really quickly. What that will do is then create the page on Amazon as if you were searching on Amazon. It will then send this to however many people you choose, if it's 50, 100, 200, 400, 1,000 people, and they will be asked, hey, which one would you click on and why? You then get that data back. For example, here's a test that I've ran previously with a test that I did to take a product, an anchor product. I changed their hero image and then I tested it before and after making the change to see if that change made an impact. It did. It made a 185% increase in their click-through rate. That's the equivalent of adding an extra $300,000 per month in sales. But you can see here, this is how the results turn out. So 11 people voted for this option G, 10 people voted for this option B, and so forth. And if I scroll down, I can actually see why people chose them and their demographic as well. If you haven't got enough time to analyze it, just press analyze for me. AI is going to process that. The reason why this is such a game changer is you can take the information from this to change your hero image, to even change your packaging, the words on your packaging, because if you see everyone saying, hey, I love the sleek design, then maybe on your packaging you can put in sleek design and you can test to see if you get a better click-through rate. Meaning if you're developing a product, you can actually validate it before you've ever launched it, before you've even bought the product. I promise you, if you implement this tool into your business, you will make more money. As you can see here, the AI has now analyzed these and you can see why people choose the options that they choose, just for the positives, but also for the negatives. The next one you can do is videos, and this actually feels wrong. We can watch people shop on Amazon. In the same way with the polling, you can emulate search, you can do the same thing, but what this will do is record someone's screen as they're going through that search emulation, and they're required to speak out loud their thoughts. So the great way to use this is before you've even launched your product, before you even decided to do it, you can do a test on the existing competitors and you can find out why people will click certain images, what's going through their mind as to why they click on different products and why they want to buy them. For example, I found out doing this that one of our products, it performs better when it has a coupon. Not just because how much the coupon is, it's because people go, oh, that one's got a coupon, let me look at that one. I've done another test by changing one thing on the packaging, one word, it's then pulled out that feedback from people where they've gone, oh, that one does this. By using this, you can really get into the heads of customers and what they're thinking when they search. And again, you can adapt your product, adapt your research, your development, and the optimization of your product to align with customers' actual thoughts. This is incredible. I'll put a link to this down in the description. When you sign up, you get 20 free polling credits and 2 free video credits. I'd highly recommend at the very least you sign up for the free trial and use those credits. The next tool I'm going to show you is part of the furniture. It's Helium 10. And although, hey, look, it's not as interesting maybe as the last two things, this is something that you just need. There's no way around it. It's something that you need. People say what's better, Jungle Scout, Helium 10, some other software. I only really use Helium 10 now just because their suite of tools is generally just a little bit better, I find, than anyone else. There's one in particular tool that I think is really very good. If we, for example, wanted to do a pre-workout and we select this one here, if I go up to the Helium 10 Chrome extension, estimating the sales and looking at all that stuff is all well and good, but what I really want to see is the customer sentiment. So I can go to Analyze Reviews. This will open up their Review Insights tool. The thing I really like about this is we can export this, and then from this point on, we can use their filters to look through some of the reviews to get a general idea of the sentiment. If you couple using something like this with product opinion and AI image generation, you can develop a product that is better than your competition, that looks better, the branding will be incredible without actually spending too much money on the creation of it. And I promise you, this is where Amazon is going in the future. And if you're not using these sorts of tools and you're just doing it to a very basic level, you're looking at sales and reviews and that's about it, you're going to be left behind. The writing is 100% on the walls. All of these tools were great, but the next one is going to change the game for you. The next tool is the only one that is free, and it's the one that will provide you with the most amount of value. So pay attention to this next bit. I've worked extremely hard over the last few years creating resources, PDFs, SOPs, training courses, you name it, I've done it. I've also helped thousands of people in the process. My direct clients have made tens of millions of pounds, and I've been fortunate enough to network with industry leaders in this space. And I still find that Amazon groups online are on the whole low quality, filled with nonsense and often incorrect information. And most of the time it's just someone hitting you up on the DMs trying to sell their PPC service to you. So recently I have launched a brand new school community where you can join, and as of right now you can get access to over 20 industry experts within their subject matter. And this includes 6, 7, 8 and even 9-figure sellers. Now today I showed you the software Product Opinion. The founders of that software are in the group. They're actually 7-figure Amazon sellers as well. I've twisted the arm of people like my friend Jordan, who's a multi-7-figure brand owner, who also happens to be a TikTok expert, and then another 18 experts on top of that. And I'll be adding experts to that community, and that number is only going to grow. I've also put together as many of my resources and training materials and SOPs in one place so that you can access them free of charge. Together, we're going to make this the #1 community on the planet for Amazon sellers. Currently, it's free to join, so the link is in the description. In my next video, I'm going to be doing a deep dive into product research, so make sure you're subscribed and I will see you there. Bye-bye.